Hi everybody, this is Ospreyeye from MyChartCoach.com, and in this video we're going to take a look at stocks in the marijuana sector. Okay, first up, let's take a look here at FUTL. Okay, FUTL closed up today 116%, so that was a really big move by FUTL. Not very known ticker. There was big volume down here at the bottom. I'm going to go through these quick because there's a whole bunch to go through. But yeah, big volume at the bottom. The bullish move today was the close above the middle Bollinger Band at 0.006 and then above the 50-day simple moving average at 0.0011. Notice how there hadn't been a close above that green line for a very long time. That's the key level to turn into support. If it can hold that level, you could possibly see a run up here to the 100-day simple moving average. If that level fails to hold, you could see a pullback back down to the middle Bollinger Band. If that middle Bollinger Band turns into support, a new uptrend could begin. Okay, let's look at HEMP. This is a chart that we posted earlier today on the website. Nice bounce off of 50 on RSI. It's at 55 and in the bull zone. Bullish crossover on Fasto. Bulls want to see that Fasto above 50. Look for a bullish crossover here on ADX with plus DI crossing ADX to the upside. And so today a bullish reversal pattern formed today. Bullish engulfing. So you could see here, this is the bullish engulfing pattern, and yeah, you could go back and read about it later. And yeah, this is a strong, was off of the 50-day simple moving average down here at 0.022. That level held, that green line, and then the close was back above the middle Bollinger Band and EMA's 4, 8, and 13. So that's a good close. You want to see those levels hold. The next key level to break is the closing price here on the 11th at 0.028. If we can get above that, then the 200 and 300-day simple moving averages will be on deck, and so they'll be the key levels to break along with the closing price here on the 7th. So those are the big targets between 3 and 3.2. If it can get above 3 and 2, then it could be breaking out higher. If it hits the 200-day simple moving average and fails to break that level, you could see it pull back and test that middle Bollinger Band. But this was a nice bounce. We'll see if it can follow through. Keep an eye down here on MACD on the 12, 26, and 9. Bulls want to see that MACD line cross the signal line to the upside. If you look here at the HEMP, the hemp 15-minute chart, you can see the classic breakdown here at the open above the 50-day or 50 simple moving average. That was the signal that it was in play. Notice how the candles held that level in the middle Bollinger Band, and then it came up and broke above the 100 simple moving average here at 1 o'clock. That signaled more upside. Then it broke the 200, and then it came up and hit that 300 simple moving average, which was the top. This was a chart we posted earlier. It needs to hold the 200 here and then break above the 300. It has to get above 0.0274 in order to head higher. If it can't break that level, that could signal that it's going to consolidate. On the downside, as long as that middle Bollinger Band is holding, it's still in play, but it needs to break through resistance to head higher. Okay, let's look at CNBX. Nice move on RSI above 50 and in the bull zone. Want to see RSI or Fasto get above 50 there. Bullish crossover on ADX. Okay, this had a bullish engulfing reversal pattern as well, formed yesterday. So the same pattern that hemp formed, and then today there was bullish reversal confirmation. So the white candle confirmed the pattern. There was a close above the 50-day simple moving average. That's the key level to hold at 107, and then the key level to break is where high of day hit, just above high of day. The middle Bollinger Band at 121. It needs to close above that level and turn it into support to get a new uptrend going, like back here the last time that happened in July. And so a close above that 120 level, that'll signal more upside, and then we'll be talking about a potential run up to the 140s to test this 100 and 200-day simple moving averages. If it fails to break that middle Bollinger Band, it will signal that more consolidation. There was a nice volume spike today, so there's good volume behind the move, and a bullish crossover on the 8, 13, and 5 MACD time frame. Okay, let's look here at AGTK. This has been on a big run. Congrats to people that have been trading this up 23% today. The big thing on this chart is you've got RSI at 79, so it's at overbought levels, and you have FASTO at 92, so it's pushing overbought levels with plus DI really spiking here. This has been a really strong, powerful 4-day move with a giant volume spike today, and the share price hitting the 200-day simple moving average. This could be the climax spike after a multi-day run. Notice how today's candle formed above the upper Bollinger Band, which is down here at 0.018. The EMA4 at that level, the pink line, is the first support level, and then on a pullback, you'd like to see that 300-day simple moving average turn into support at 0.017. You don't want to see the share price drop below that level. Going forward, if it can stay above the 200-day simple moving average of 0.023, this red line, that's going to signal more upside potential, and you could possibly see this jar continue filling back up here to this high at 0.034. That's what it looks like it's doing. It's working its way back up to that level. It is hitting key resistance. Notice how this was big support back here at 0.022 back here in February, March, and April, and so now it could turn into resistance. Okay, so if you look at the 15-minute AGTK chart, what you want to see here is a break above high close resistance, which was at 11:30 right here on this candle. You want to see a break above that level, and then that would signal more upside potential. 0.023 needs to break. It failed to break that level in the middle Bollinger Band breaks. You can see a drop down here to the 50 simple moving average at 0.0187. Notice how it formed a double top today intraday. So it formed a double top. It's gonna have to break through that in order to head higher. Strong uptrend though, so congrats everyone. Okay, take a look at MJTK up 26% today. You've got RSI now back above 50. You've got FASTO back above 50. Nice spike on plus DI. Okay, this stock made a bullish close today above the 50-day simple moving average at 0.0017 on a volume spike. If you look down here at volume, there was big volume. Big volume, big close above the 50. But if you look back here and the last close, it failed to stay above that level and it pulled back. And so bulls are looking for a change in trend in here. They want to see that level hold and then a push through resistance. Currently, this high close here is the key level to break. If you can get through that, then it could possibly run up and retest that 100-day simple moving average and the closing price on July 17th here between 0.028 and 0.0029. That is the target to the upside if it can stay above the 50-day simple moving average. So yeah, so nice move for MJTK today. We'll see if we can hold support. Okay, keep an eye on NTRR. Okay, this got above RSI, above 50 as well. Closed above 50 on FASTO. Both have room to run. Keep an eye on this stock for breaking the 50-day simple moving average. Okay, it did that last week. It closed above on the 9th here, and then now it's testing that level again. It's 0.084. A close above that level could signal that it wants to get moving. You'd want to see a break above this closing price at 0.095, and then if that happens, you could see a big run up here to the 100-day simple moving average. So keep an eye on it. Looks like the chart's heating up. EAPH is another stock that's heating up as well. Okay, notice here it's at 60 on RSI. FASTO is at 92 now. The close today above the 200-day simple moving average at 0.025 and above the 100-day simple moving average was bullish. It was a bullish close above that level. You want to see the candle stay above that red line now. If that can happen, then it could possibly run up here and test this closing price at 0.029. That is the next target if it can hold above that red line. The volume spike today is promising. It was a bullish move on the largest volume since all the way back here in April. So volume is signaling more upside potential. If it can close above this closing price on July 17th, then you could potentially see a run back into the threes and test this high back here at the 0.033 zone. Okay, let's look at CBIS. Okay. in the bull zone on both FASTO and RSI. Okay, this made the bullish move yesterday. Okay, it had the big close above the 50-day simple moving average, the green line there at 0.0495, and then it took a pause today. It actually ran up and it hit the 100-day simple moving average and pulled back. Okay, it's holding above the 300-day simple moving average. You want to see that share price hold. You want to see the share price stay above 5. If it can do that, and then 6 is the next level to break. If you can get above 6, then you're looking at the 200-day simple moving average. We're keeping an eye on CBIS here to see if it can get a new uptrend going. That's what we're looking for now. It's got some good volume behind the move. If it drops below the 300 and the 50-day simple moving average, that'll be a red flag. It needs to really stay above those levels to remain in play. There are recent MACD bull crosses and a recent parabolic star bullish flip. Okay, if you look here, AMMJ, okay, it's heating up as well. And actually, this stock has been on a really nice run. Okay, so it's got this nice uptrend going. And so I'm showing you this longer time frame chart because this is on breakout mode. Okay, notice the close here today is at 83. I know this chart's difficult to view, but it closed above the 200-day simple moving average yesterday at 0.72. And then it followed through today with another push higher above resistance, above high close resistance here on the 8th. So it's got this really strong uptrend going. It's trading above all the moving averages. It looks like dollar lands on deck now. So you have to go back here to February. The closing price back here on February the 22nd is going to be the next key level to break. We're calling it dollar land is the next target, and then yeah, we'll see how this, if this can keep moving forward, because you're looking at a possible run up to much higher levels if it can break above $1. So yeah, AMMJ is quietly on a bullish uptrend here, and it is trying to break out to the next level. On a pullback, you want to see that 200-day simple moving average hold. Notice that yesterday was the largest volume since all the way back in February. So yeah, so the chart's been heating up. And then look at AMFE. This is a stock that had been in just a really awesome uptrend. Notice how strong the uptrend was for a couple months, and then it cooled down and it pulled back and it hit the middle Bollinger Band at 0.182. That's the dotted purple line, and it bounced off that level. So today there was a nice bullish Harami reversal pattern formed. And so we'll be looking for bullish reversal confirmation. If it can get back above EMA 8 at 19, then it could possibly run back up here and test that 23 level. You know, it could go back up for a potential double top or a breakout higher. If it fails to hold the middle Bollinger Band, that'll be a big red flag, and you could see a drop down to the 50-day simple moving average all the way down here around 12.5 cents. So yeah, it's crucial that it holds 17, and that could possibly lead to a run back up to 23. If you look at CBDS here, this is a thinly traded stock, but it's one to keep an eye on. It had been following, it had been following EMA 4 resistance lower, the pink line. It hadn't closed above that level since back here on the 7th. And then it's got to close above that level today. If it can get back above EMA 8 at 321, it might make a run back up to the middle Bollinger Band. So keep an eye on CBDS. Take a look here at CNAB. Okay, this is back above 50 on RSI, so that is good. It's got a bullish crossover here on FASTO starting, and then the bullish move today it's had this tight channel. It's been in a very tight channel, and it looks like to me that it's breaking out of this descending resistance from this like either ascending or symmetrical triangle pattern. And so basically on this chart, the $1 level is the big level to break. Okay, that's the closing price right here on August 2nd. And it's always a big level on penny lane. If you can get above that, then you have the 100-day simple moving average at 104. Notice how that was tested back here and failed to break. So $1 to $1.04 is going to be the big level. A close above $1.04 for this stock is going to be huge, and it should signal more upside potential. You could potentially see a run up to the 200-day simple moving average average at 129. It is hitting the 300-day simple moving average at 0.984. That's the blue line there. That is the big level to break. It has to get above that level. You know, it's all about $1 for the stock. Keep an eye on it. It could possibly heat up. Okay, take a look at KSHB. Okay, this is Kush Bottles, and it got really beaten up here. It's been in a nasty downtrend, and it's another stock that just closed above EMA 4. Notice how the candles hadn't closed above EMA 4 since back here on the first trading day in August, and that was after a big drop. And so now it's done the same thing. It had this big drop again, and then it closed back above EMA 4. Is it going to, going forward, if it can hold EMA 4 and stay above that level, then it's in play for a bounce and potential run back up to the middle Bollinger Band, the 50-day simple moving average. If it fails to stay above EMA 4, that'll signal more downside risk. Take a look at AXIM. This is a stock that ran really high back. You know, it had this really big run. It was all the way up at pretty lofty levels, and then it's pulled way back, and then you know, caught my eye with the volume spike down here. Or not the volume spike, but yeah, the big volume spike on the 15th and the 13th. Notice the long lower wicks on the candles. Okay, so that signal's loading at the bottom, and then now it's bouncing, and it closed above EMA 4. Once again, notice this was the last close above EMA 4, but it's been riding that level lower. And so going forward, you know, it's got to get above EMA 8. If that happens, that hasn't happened since back here when it was above the middle Bollinger Band. So that would be a bullish change in trend. It will have to get back above the 300-day simple moving average, but keep an eye on it. You know, it's a thinly traded stock, and you know, it can move down really, you know, on air, and it can move up on air, you know, very light volume as well. Okay, take a look at GRWC. Okay, this stock caught our eye because it's been really punished here. It was back in what was it, April? It was up here, you know, in $1.15 or so, and then now it's dropped all the way down to 6 cents. And so on this chart, what caught our eye is all this volume down here. Check out the huge volume, and then check out the big volume spike here down at the bottom. So this like 6 to 7 zone, it looks like there's been some really heavy loading. So we're looking at, once again, for this stock to close above EMA 4. There hasn't been a close above EMA 4 since back here when it was trying to bounce in the end of July. You know, we're looking for that to be the signal that the bounce play is in progress. And then once that happens, you can see you know, EMA 8 tested. If it gets above EMA 8, then that would look really bullish, like it could get moving higher. But keep an eye on it. You know, the big volume is usually a precursor. They say volume precedes price. Okay, let's look at no, this wasn't the one I wanted to show you, USMJ. We'll just erase that. But yeah, GBHL here is breaking out. You can see here it's a stock that we've been following since back here when it had the big run the last couple of weeks, and then it pushed really high, much higher, and then this 0.00825 level, the closing price over here, was the key level to break, and it closed above that level today. So I was just putting out an alert on that. That was a 360, the highest close of the year. And then if you look at this 2-year chart, this is the highest close in 2 years. And so now you go out on a 3-year weekly chart, and you can see here on the weekly chart, this is on big time breakout mode. And so if it gets above a penny here, you know, it could really keep moving. So keep an eye on GBHL. You know, you've got this big red candle here with the top of it all the way up here at 0.028. So yeah, this has been, you know, performing actually very well, and it is breaking out higher. So we'll see if it can close above key resistance for the week. You want to see it close above the closing price here at you know, just above 0.006. And then if it can close above 0.008, the closing price down here, then there's not much resistance above. So yeah, so keep an eye on it. Yeah, and then the other one is our play from yesterday that we alerted, ECGR. This is a marijuana sector play. Every single stock that I just showed you right now is a marijuana sector play. You can find them all on the MJIC marijuana index. And so yeah, these are all marijuana sector plays. It's really starting to heat up right now. A lot of stocks are heating up and starting to move higher. ECGR is one that we alerted. They had some, they have some news coming. It looks like this is like a pre-news rally. The volume spikes have caught our eye. They had their last PR. They said that a press release was coming within 2 weeks or something like that, so maybe this is running in anticipation of that. But yeah, the volume yesterday caught our eye, and then you can see here that 17 cents is the big level to break. We wanted to see it close above 14. That happened today, and so now if it can close above 17, it could potentially run higher. And then if you look at the 3-month chart, you can see that yeah, there's some really big volume down here at the bottom. This thing could possibly get moving higher. So yeah, thanks for viewing this video. This was our look at the marijuana sector penny stocks that are currently in play. Okay, if you'd like to learn more, check us out at mychartcoach.com and our YouTube channel at mychartcoach.com for more charts and technical analysis.